All right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
The Legend of Vox Machina, Season 3, Episode 11. Oh boy.
Penultimate episode.
Penultimate episode.
Party split.
Party split. Not even
Ripley's
all of...
here.
Ripley's here. Like,
Yeah. We're trying to figure out a way to deal with a green dragon doing shenanigans here, but none of our plans seem to be working.
No.
We're all in separate places here. Keyleth is going to be getting some potential newfound power here, though.
Right.
Some ways in order to find Raishan,
Awesome.
which sounds great. But gathering the party back up again doesn't seem like it's going to be easy. Now, she did connect in a way to where the twins are and saw what they were dealing with. So that's a good start.
Maybe that shows where your heart is and all that stuff. But, you know, even if you go to help them, like, it's still just three of you. Like, you have two dead, well, one dead, one comatose party member, and then your two other, like, main party members that you'd want to have, your healer and your big guy.
I don't know. Pike's not really a healer anymore.
That's true.
Yeah. We're having some evolution there. But yeah, Vox Machina split up. And not much they can do right now. So good luck with Ripley.
Yeah.
Vex and Vax.
It'll go fine.
That's going to be fun. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, deadly echoes indeed. Yeah, she's got plant cerebro.
Yep.
Where are you, Raishan?
Yeah, you're seeing a whole lot.
Those who cast this ritual experience the entirety of the world all at once.
Whoa.
Cannot resist its pull. The voices of the planet will drown hers out.
Okay.
Shit. Well, she's the voice of the Tempest after all.
Yeah.
Percy did deal us quite a setback. And the vestiges you've brought me can rectify. Once you've been properly disarmed. Percival possessed genius, but no foresight. He couldn't recognize the rot of this world, nor how to disinfect it. But Percy didn't care.
He cared for his people more than you ever could.
I'm sure that's what he told you. But I know a pettier man. He'd rather let the masses die than sacrifice his pride.
You bitch!
Allow me.
Yep.
Cool.
I was ready for that. I'm like, disarming Vax, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Keyleth, fight it. Resist.
Hopefully they knew enough to only half of them fire and the other half wait.
You stood against the council. Hold firm again, like a tree in a storm.
Yeah. Wait, she's doing it?
Oh, okay.
Wait, going under might be good.
Yeah.
No, well.
It's not working.
Okay.
Something is holding her back.
What is it?
See, this is why we needed the sun tree, because then the sun tree could speak to her in this moment.
Do not resist the pull of the world.
Oh.
Into it.
Oh.
I thought you said she had to fight.
Well, hang on.
Have roots vast and established. You must search the maelstrom below to find your
Oh, I like this way more.
Okay.
Oh, I like this way more.
Yeah. So what's gonna be her tether?
Don't resist it. You'll be broken by it. Dive deeper.
Right. Hey, Kiki. No.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we gonna see? What's gonna be the thing?
She's catching basically their strands specifically to build like a tree at the root of all of this. Like, that's sick. Oh.
If there is love there, it's more rare than you know. The moments together are worth the pain apart. Give in.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And knowing
Are we just seeing things from the past? Oh, and then she comes out as an earth elemental?
No, this doesn't happen because she's not here.
What is this?
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
She did it!
Not quite. You are the axis around which the elements flow. The rock in the churning river.
Okay.
Across the world. Sense your target. Trace it to the source. Trace it to Raishan.
Whoa, wait, where is she? Wait, is she using a...
I don't know.
Is she using a ziggurat?
Oh no.
What? Yes, you can move, buddy. God, I didn't mean that literally.
I was following instructions.
Yeah.
Look at us. Huh? A couple of bastards. That's one thing we haven't done.
Damn.
I figured if you didn't know me, I couldn't disappoint you. You might not leave again.
Oh. I like that she's kind of figuring it out in the meantime, too.
Yeah.
Knowing that someone who's
Oof.
thinking about me, well, it's all I needed.
Wow.
And I hope maybe that's all you need right now. I miss you, Dad.
Oh. Call him Dad. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you fools, why did you all shoot at the same time? Oh,
Well,
shit. Okay. All right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. On the camera.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, whoa. Those are
Bigger
bigger.
munitions?
Bigger.
Or is that just Ripley?
Yeah.
Fucking how many of you are there? Rice!
Oh. Nice, nice. I love the code words. Yep.
I'm loving the mechanics of just someone with a ranged weapon just teleporting around while firing.
Yeah.
Wait, you can hit the kegs.
I know.
Oh!
Yo, Ripley doesn't care about you. Like, really? Well.
Oh, no words.
Thank you. You do your people proud, Keyleth.
And you found the dragon?
Yes. I need to get a message to the others. Whom would you like to read?
Whoa.
Cool, and this is... Alright, okay. Nice.
Careful now, Stella. Sure you don't need me to cheer it forward.
She's gonna come out of the tree like.
Yeah.
You know, I got a feeling things are gonna be a lot more normal now.
Yeah, no.
Can they hear me?
Oh my god.
Doesn't matter. I'm staying here.
The hell you are.
Oh.
I am not leaving you again.
Listen, you old twat.
Oh.
Your loyalty to these weirdos is your only endearing quality. Don't know it. But nothing.
But nothing.
Besides,
Ah.
song to learn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
Oh, this
Now-
is so cool.
But that could...
I know.
There ain't enough room for us and these crates.
Oh, well.
Now there is. Care to send our stowaways to the ocean floor?
Just unlimited ammo. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Okay. What even is reloading?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Your only advantage here, Max, is your insane speed.
Oh! You've been shot twice. Like, not the most vital spots, but...
Boom.
Nice.
Oh!
Oh.
Wait! Oh!
Okay.
Oh, they got her!
My work would have made the world safer, better.
The world would be better with Percy still in it.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
That is a dead Ripley. That is a dead
That is a
Ripley.
very
we
dead
are on
Ripley.
a,
Like the double tap of now she, like, if somehow she wasn't dead from that, she's pinned to the sinking wreckage.
There's room for both of us on this thing.
Look what I found.
Wow.
That's really funny.
Not the reference I would have expected, but
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It's an older one, sir, but it checks out.
Yeah.
I love you. But I do miss them.
Oh.
Then one of the palm trees. Hey guys.
I don't know how I heard it. Maybe the matron's powers, but
Yeah, I think it's...
his voice came from this weapon. Percy's soul is somehow trapped in here.
No, don't you dare.
Don't you give me hope, yeah. Oh!
Believe me, I wouldn't if I. Okay, what the hell is this now?
I just love the absolute chicanery of
Yeah.
just stuff going on.
We got Ripley. I saw. Look,
Kiki,
I
I'm
need to
sorry I
apologize to
relaxed.
all of you.
There's-
Grog!
Explain.
too scared.
I've been begging you to listen to me this whole time. To trust me. But the truth is, I had to trust myself first. I had to leave to understand how much I need you all. Especially you.
Whoa.
Because I'm in love with you.
Yes! There it is! Now!
What were you gonna say?
Yeah! So,
Welcoming party? Where are people's manners?
yeah, bro.
Is that a cigarette?
It is.
I should have stayed in a coma.
It is. We're dealing with the... Oh.
Oh.
Oh, lovely.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
So there's no point in holding back any longer. Not against you. Or your friends.
Yeah, she knew they were there. Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, my
shit.
God.
Let's see it.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah.
Only one thing remains.
For you to die.
I mean, respect, Keyleth. That's
Yeah.
That's how you
Terminate
kill.
with extreme prejudice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God.
Like sheep to the slaughter.
All right.
Oh, that's fun. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You even finished her line for her.
Right.
All right.
Oh,
Cool.
what a penultimate episode.
Yep.
If
I love it.
Keyleth didn't end up just, making her way through it. No, we had to do the full, no, surrender yourself to it. It felt very Legend of Korra, actually, in a lot of ways.
Sure.
And then she ended up finding basically the connection to her friends through this. So, friendship is power and all that.
Right.
But having it be something where Keyleth's self-reliance has been both a blessing and a curse throughout the story. So having it be something where it
Yes.
needs to be tempered with the connection between these people,
Right.
because one of her defining weaknesses as a person is basically being able and willing to get over her own insecurities with regards to other people. So
Right.
that means opening up.
Yeah.
And so the idea that she opened herself up to the world well, then she can open herself up to a few people, right?
Right.
And that's a fun way to draw in the threads of fate, the narrative connections and all that's brought them here. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We're in wild, crazy, high-level magic territory now, so get a bit esoteric with it if you want the solution to be something we understand and follow along with.
Right. And I love the, as far as a kind of retroactive bit of character commentary, right? You know, given that sequence was something that wasn't in the original streamed games, of the kind of person that Keyleth is, of basically taking the kind of sort of self-righteousness or difficulty with leading people and showing that it was tied back to the insecurities that she was still working through.
Right.
I really like that because I feel like that's something that like I know for myself, I didn't realize just how much my own insecurities were affecting things, you know, for a long time, right? And so to have that be the thing that she figures out, where it's yes, was your team not fully listening to you? Absolutely. Was there a part of yourself that was making it difficult for your team to listen to you? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so the recognition and acknowledging of both of those things, that makes it really feel like a character growth moment on top of the, oh, cool, she's got new powers and all that stuff, right?
Right.
So,
because
awesome.
you need to tackle both sides of it, and that's really cool that they did. So now, awesome. We're ready to assemble the group, and hey, we had a really funny way to bring everybody together here.
Yep.
In the same way, if you're able to connect with all the souls of the planet in this way, I totally buy well then, you could speak to them if you wanted to here.
Right.
It's just, some higher level, scrying, basically.
It's we got scrying and sending and earth elemental form in the one episode. Awesome.
Fun.
And that does make me very excited for potential campaign 2 shenanigans.
Oh yes, there's a lot of things again that this season seems to be especially tackling that sets up some fun ways in which things will work in campaign 2.
Right.
So very fun things there.
Yep.
But okay, Ripley's dead.
Yeah.
Ripley is dead, and I love what they're setting up with the way that we can bring Percy back potentially.
Yeah. That's cool.
But don't give me hope. I love all the memes and the little like silly Easter egg things this episode too.
There were some things in this episode that it's like, okay, that's a bit too on the nose, right? Like
I mean, for some people, they just won't notice it.
Totally. Yeah, right. It's like
for people that have watched a lot of stuff in general.
Yeah, it's the like, okay, I love the reference.
We're also around the same age as some of the younger people in the Vox Machina crew.
That's fair. Yeah.
So, but makes sense culturally that we get some of those references.
Like we both fit on there. It's like, wow. Yeah, I mean, like, hey, I don't know if I'd be able to resist either. You know, when you're in that situation where it's like you're writing something and something comes up that reminds you of this other thing that you always thought was kind of dumb, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna absolutely like.
I do think it's also a little bit of that, and I've noticed that a little bit this season, a little bit more, is that they're like, we need a certain number of jokes an episode, and sometimes they throw them in for Grog or for other characters where it's like, okay.
It's a bit forced.
It's a bit forced. And this one feels just kind of like a little fourth wall tap, in a funny way.
Right, like
which is fine, but
the joke that I loved, I think, the most was the bit where Vax and Vex are having this really like serious moment and everything, and the don't give me hope and all that stuff. And then suddenly, Keyleth face comes out of the sand, right? And it's the, oh, what the fuck is that, right? Like it's very functional in that it cuts the tension and it immediately moves us to the next thing without basically disrespecting the serious moment that was happening.
Right.
But because Keyleth has, well, maybe she does kind of have an idea, but like, okay, this is urgent stuff that we're talking about here. It's the, all right, we can deal with that later. Just
she
like
has no
the
respect
gun.
to the timing of it. She's just I've got to connect with all of you. And you guys were on water for the longest time for some reason, so I couldn't reach you. And now
right, exactly.
She's been popping up in different points of the island, like constantly be like, hey, are you guys there? No, I guess that's are you guys there? No, I guess that's close enough. Oh, yeah, there you guys are. Right. But I love that idea.
Yeah, fun stuff. The actual fight with Ripley.
But the fight with Ripley, with using cover, the way in which Vax's speed was primarily there to be a distraction so that Vex could move around, felt like a firefight in an actual like modern gun setting and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's very difficult to have protracted fights with guns feel at all like tense, because it's like, okay, come on, but the whole point is that they just hit you and then you're dead, right? So I feel like they did a really good job of showcasing Ripley's vestige with just teleporting around and just how frustrating that must be, right?
Right.
You know, where it's like, normally, okay, and now you're not. No, okay.
So we have to whittle down the ads. We had to work
exactly.
basically on the number of bullets that are coming at us.
Right. And we did actually have them sustain injuries, even though it felt kind of like, sort of like.
I mean, it's a game. You can't basically show hit points being whittled down without doing stuff like this.
No,
and
exactly.
They are heroic people with heroic items that make them stronger. If anything, what I really liked was that Vax took more of the hits in a way that he wants to. Like, he's trying to protect his sister.
Yeah, exactly.
He's taking basically his, angel in his angelic dark angel form and kind of using that with the wings and everything to take the hits.
Yeah.
So eventually he's not using the wings at any point.
Right, because there was the point where one of them got shot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so his speed was really useful, but Vex was in some ways hampered by the fact that her power comes in the ability to deal mega damage if she hits. But Ripley hard counters Vex in every single way.
Yeah.
So when Vex basically ended up stepping in, it was like, nah, you're done. And so I really liked that, if anything, it was very scary for Vex to be in this fight, and that she kind of got knocked out of the fight pretty much halfway through, and only came back up as okay, I'm going to basically recover, do my one sniper shot here.
Exactly. There was that part of me, though, that was like, okay, because I know in the original campaign, Ripley killed a bunch of people, right? And she already killed Percy and all that stuff, but I'm like, she's holding Vax there.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was just like, she can't move, and then she just moves him in the way of the shot. like, and then they like both get speared, and then there's some like Matron of Ravens, shit that like keeps him alive or something.
We're in such like new territory as far as the show goes. That's
like that
potentially
could have happened,
on the table.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite thing about this show in the combat sense specifically, is how lethal it can be, because we know that the characters can theoretically cheat death through narrative consequences, through people pulling some strings, doing some crazy stuff. But still, death is scary because you don't know for sure whether or not it's going to work or what have you. So I feel like, again, even as campaign enjoyers, they've done a really good job in this show by keeping the tension high while having heroic characters that have a protagonist squad. And it can feel a lot of times like your protagonist squad has a lot of plot armor when you have that many of them.
They're doing a really good job of...
how do you keep the tension high?
They're doing a really good job of obfuscating it, right?
Right.
Because it's the, clearly, we now that this has been established, okay, Percy's probably going to be brought back, right?
Oh, yeah.
But the idea that, like, wait a minute, so we just had a bunch of deaths and now we're going to go back to a full cast.
Maybe, yeah.
Like it's the but we took a while to get there.
We took a while to get here.
So it wasn't
we did
like
not have him for the Thordak
Yeah,
fight.
exactly, right? So it wasn't just an immediate like, and they're back, right?
Right.
It's we're going to spend time with them actually being dead, right? And now for future deaths, that might be a little bit harder to buy because we're like, are they going to stay dead?
We'll see, but I was going to say, even with the fact that Scanlan was gone, this allowed Raishan the time to be able to become a Draco Lich.
Oh, yeah.
Which, fuck yes.
Oh, yeah.
I am so excited about this change. This is such a cool parallel universe version of way things went in the campaign. In the campaign, it was not this way at all.
Right, because the way the fight happened is it was right at the point where, like, she turns on Keyleth in the show, except they turn on her because they're like, what are you doing with the body, right?
Right.
And so the fight happens.
So this is like the, what if she did get the body?
Because...
And I'm so excited about this because there's just some things that this is going to get into.
It's seeding into the next arc wonderfully, and at the same time, it's a wonderful way to show to the audience. You can't have Matt be like, oh, hey, by the way, after the episode, she was going to become a Dracolich, and this is what it is. No, it doesn't work. So here, you have it, right? The thing succeeds, right? And we get to see, Keyleth comes in and just fucking murders Raishan, but, oh, wait. Hang on.
Now you guys are fighting a dragon in an enclosed space. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a pretty big space. Actually, in some ways, it's a bad enclosed space because the dragon could fly around in here.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh wait, but no lava.
Oh,
Vox Machina is so much
thank
safer.
Goodness. Oh no, I don't think Thordak could potentially generate some lava. What kind of breath attack do you think this dragon's gonna have?
Yeah, that's a good point. Does she have his breath attack now?
Or does she have something even worse?
No, that's the way to get around the... We had Hero's Feast cast on each other because we were anticipating Raishan betraying us, so we have immunity to poison, but then she cast Greater Invisibility and dispelled all our buffs. No, it's just different dragon now. Like,
I mean, as far as like a DM playing a character that's meant to have above 20 intelligence or whatever green dragons
ancient
have,
being, all that stuff.
Yeah. Casting Greater Invisibility and going around dispelling buffs in a way that doesn't remove your invisibility.
That's Greater Invisibility.
I mean, that's Greater Invisibility, but that's the level
that's
of
evil.
bullshit.
Like,
that's the level of smart DM evil nonsense.
Yeah, and that's why Raishan and Ripley type characters can be so much fun, because then it's not just like Thordak has presence, right? It's the oh my god, this gigantic dragon.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh no, this one's schemy and tricksy, and it's not going to fight fair.
And I'm so excited too, because I'm not like saying this as like this is a spoiler or what have you, but like because she's fused with Thordak here, she'll be able to cast spells. And for those of you that don't know this in D&D terms, dragons don't usually cast spells, but green dragons specifically do. So I think she'll be able to cast spells.
Oh no, yeah, she's definitely still going to be able to. Yeah. Yeah, and we already had the one meteor swarm drop, which very cool. And additionally,
it also felt like kind of held back a little bit. Like
it did. Yeah.
Okay, hey, I'm not trying to indiscriminately hit myself here.
Right.
It's I'm going to open up the gate to specifically drop one on everybody in your party here, and they did not get up.
No, we did not see that. Like
so maybe like two of them are already like.
Yeah, that is a way that they could continue to basically escalate the tension, but then also theoretically bring a point of potential progress for Pike, given that she hasn't been able to heal. And if it's something where it's like, nope, a bunch of them are just done, and then it's
just unconscious. Or
something. Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah,
and then
hit by a rock.
Exactly. And Pike has to be like, oh no, what do I do? And figure something out. That could be awesome.
Yeah, it could also be really fun to have this be a fight where we start off with Vox Machina losing and needing to take the fight elsewhere. I kind of think that given that the fight is going to start immediately in the next episode, I'm actually a little worried that it's going to end too quickly. And I love that we've got everybody here sans Percy and stuff. But
yeah, there's a lot of things that they have to do in the next episode, right?
Right.
There's the finishing the fight with Raishan, right?
There's a lot.
And then any potential fallout from that fight. Won't go into spoilers about that.
Yeah.
And then probably whatever they need to do to bring Percy back, right? But at the same time, because if the soul thing is there, like maybe they'll save that for the next season. But then, and I think that's why I'm thinking that Pike will have some like in the fight kind of thing.
Oh, Pike will absolutely have some in the fight thing, because this has been her season other than maybe Keyleth.
Right, and that way that basically gets resolved so that then after the fight it's the and now I can figure out what's going on with Percy, right?
Totally. They also could go into that little purple light kind of area of things. That could be a way to avoid the dragon for a little bit.
Sure.
I love the idea also of them kind of like fucking up and destroying this area here because of spoiler reasons. I would love to get into that here, but I just love the visual of Thordak's body being suspended and held by these viney, gross cable-looking things, and then realizing how big Thordak was in the fight, right?
Right, because he had the gem and all that. Yeah.
Well, right. But then seeing basically the size of this area here and being like, wait, there was one of these under Whitestone. There's one of these here.
Yeah.
What is this thing that obviously Raishan just is ancient? She knew these things were here. She knew this place was here.
Yeah.
But like, why is she doing it here? Why is this place reacting to her magic in that way?
Yeah.
What is going on? And given what we know of season 1, there's some things we can infer. But basically, I'm so excited to get into this section. So unless you have anything more to say, I'd love to get into that.
I don't think so. No. Yeah, let's do it. Spoiler.
I mean, okay, well, they confessed fully. They're in love.
Oh, yeah, right.
The ship has sailed fully,
right.
finally.
This is something that you were missing out on as far as a joke, potentially.
Yes.
Although I'm sure this was thought about in the writer's room.
Yeah.
So, in the streamed campaign, right, there are two very different kinds of romances, right?
Yes.
You had the Percy Vex and then the Vax Keyleth.
Yeah.
And, the Percy Vex is the steamy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Vax Keyleth is the, like blushing junior high crushes, right? And there are so many wonderful moments where the players themselves are cringing and like slinking underneath the table because they're just like, oh my God, wait, what?
This is so awkward.
This is so awkward, and I love it, but also, oh my God, this is so awkward. They could have had a moment where they, like, all of this wonderful thing is happening, and then, like,
the characters just slide out of frame.
Like huge blushes and like eyebrows up, smiles on their faces as they just like slink back,
That would be funny.
But
yeah.
Yeah, still wonderful moment.
Yeah, ship has sailed, and we're gonna get into the spoiler talk here, and then we'll obviously have the the next episode, the finales episode reaction after this.
Yeah.
Next week. But okay.
All right.
So spoilers, get out of here.
Yes.
This is end of the entire series campaign, potentially campaign 2 stuff and other campaigns.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're not caught up with all that, get out.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So
I like this.
This is
Great way to set up Vecna.
This is very cool Vecna
Yeah.
setup here because if we have a world where we're going to have him show up and do the whole, giant Colossus thing and have all this crazy shenanigans here.
Yep.
We need more buildup. And Raishan coming here just perfectly says, hey, these things are important. You still don't know what they were originally going to be for.
Oh, yeah. And there's absolutely a thing that they could do where, like, after the fight, they're like, wait, this is just like the thing under Whitestone. And then, something starts happening or whatever. And then,
who's not here to draw the connection even more? Percy.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, the green, setting up the what's the special metal that Matt makes?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yes. That magic transmutative.
Exactly.
Metal.
I went through all the other special fantasy metals. I'm like, adamantium, no. Unobtainium, no. Viridium, no.
You just make green metal and viridium? Like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Like it's from some other fantasy series. But,
Right.
Okay. Having a Dracolich, having Raishan cast Meteor Swarm.
Yep.
Okay. I do feel a little bit like worried though that this fight is going to be over so quickly and the conflict is going to be less about whether or not they can kill Raishan.
Yeah.
More about how they're going to get Percy back in this place. So again, this is what's scary here is that if Raishan is here and found some way to basically do this.
Yeah.
This feels like also a hint about what they can do with getting Percy back here.
Right.
But by doing so, I think they're going to tap into the domain and enter the space of the Whispered One of Vecna.
Okay.
And it's going to be the this is going to be the cost point for Vax.
All right.
This is going to be the point where Vax basically says you have, because in the campaign it was who was it? Was it Vex?
So Vex died to a power word kill, and Vax died to a disintegrate in episode 102.
So it was Vax coming back.
Right, because the power word kill, it's like, okay, revivify.
I think they're going to do it this way, where it's the, the domain of,
I think,
all this shenanigans.
I think
obviously,
that could definitely...
Obviously, Vecna's not a god, so he doesn't have an actual domain.
Right, I think the
But
episode...
they're definitely going to homebrew him in this campaign show to be a little bit different.
I think the episode 102 fight does still need to happen though, because that's where we get introduced to Vecna as a
No.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm just saying specifically that we are now setting up, I think, a very real way in which the characters have almost been taught by Raishan, some way that they
Sure.
can bring
Yes,
Percy back.
And oh, right, this was the thing that I was going to mention before the spoiler talk, but it works here too. Well, yeah, because it's related to Vecna and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the whole thing of, okay, how do we make sure that death still feels tense, given that the characters die and then, oh, hey, it takes a while, but they all come back.
Right,
well,
right.
hey, guess what? That's what we're going to be exploring in the next arc and the next villain.
Right,
so it's
right.
so it's like it's thematically relevant, right? That thing that then becomes like a, oh, is this kind of convenient? No, it's going to be very inconvenient because other people can do that too. You know, right? Like that's going to be the kind of shit where it's going to be like, oh no, oh no. Like we were, we thought we were in the cushy, padded, playland, but not anymore.
Yeah. Although, again, this is another thing. We're not going to have that much time next episode.
Right.
So there's a lot of things that are making me think now that they can't end this by season 4.
Well, and that's where I'm thinking maybe the Bard's Lament isn't going to happen, and that's why they end it with season 4, is because then you don't have the in-between times, right? Because if they had this whole thing where she was there, he didn't freak out when he woke up. Now, granted, he could then have the original stream campaign thing happen, and he then dies to Raishan here, right? And then that's the, sorry, I know,
Yeah, I don't
think
I don't think we end this season with a Vox Machina bittersweet loss, or we won, but at what cost? I think if anything, this feels still like one of those seasons where they were like, okay, just in case we don't get to finish the whole thing, we're gonna end this here with a dramatic final Dungeons and Dragons, classic, boss ending.
Do the big Chroma Conclave arc, and if we get the Vecna stuff, great. Yeah, I could see that. I could also see it being something where this... Damn it, brain fart.
Well, also to bring up the Bard's Lament here, we don't really have character space to have that kind of stuff with Scanlan, given what we've been focusing on with Keyleth and other characters here. We needed more kind of stuff to build that up. And again, people can say all they want about how in that campaign that was such a crazy cool moment to have that happen with Scanlan, but it was extremely awkward from the meta sense. So it does not seem easy or even reasonable to have to adapt that in order to have another character get introduced that is also voiced by Scanlan. And that's not...
Sure.
You don't have to do it that way.
They could do a different voice, but yeah. But also, I think with the amount of time, let's be real, that they spent on that completely original plot line of Keyleth, learning the Earth Elemental form and stuff.
That was one episode.
But it carried over a decent amount into this episode.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with... What does that have to do with anything?
That's... if they were going to be doing things after the Raishan fight in this season, they probably wouldn't have spent that much time on that.
That's what I just said. So I was just saying that, because of the Keyleth stuff, we don't have time for that kind of thing there. So Oh, okay. I was I just said that. Basically.
Going at it from the other direction of not just we don't have time for that, but that's probably seeing into the perspectives of the people creating this. But
okay.
Gotcha.
So I really, really want them to tease Vecna directly here. I don't want it to be unsubtle though. I do want to see the ways in which them directly utilizing the ziggurat in this way is, bringing some kind of prerequisites in for the actual summoning, because if the orb underneath Whitestone is still there, right, and a certain great Alile voiced character is definitely going to come back and stuff. This feels like something where you can give that more precedent if you want that to happen and feel not completely out of the blue for the average
100%.
viewer here.
Yeah.
So stuff that happens here should make it more obvious, because I don't feel personally that they've done a good enough job setting up Delilah Briarwood's return here.
Oh yeah, no, or Vecna or things like that. This is where basically you have the benefit of, because this is a scripted show now, not a streamed D&D game,
Right.
you can smooth out all the wrinkles where basically
Yes.
the players didn't clue into the things that the DM was seeding, right?
Yes.
You know, the DM was trying to get them to say Vecna's trying to become a god and they don't think to say that, right?
Right.
You know, you can just basically smooth that over and be like, okay, this is how it happens. The characters make the connections, which then helps the audience follow along with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think that the audience is definitely following along, that it's the, this is more build up towards the Whispered One, but as to the actual like mechanics as to why the Whispered One is going to be coming, there's
Yeah,
not
and-
enough for that.
and
so
that's
maybe
where-
that's where we can get a lot of build up for it in the next season.
And that's where I would,
But,
like,
yeah.
if we were to get a Bard's Lament, which now I'm thinking, yeah, it probably won't happen, which does make me a little sad, but, you know, is that's where we could get it, where it's the, Scanlan's basically disappeared. We get all of the side story stuff with, like, Pike's family and, like, different things like that, which, yeah, probably are going to be cut, especially if they only get, like, the one more season. And then during that time, we get the additional Vecna things. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I
Oh.
do think the burden is on this next episode to cover a very, like, they have to make a choice here. You can't cover everything. So cover a specific set of things and cover it well, and
Yes.
I'm excited for that.
Also, I will say, I just realized they have a different avenue that they could go at to get at the Vecna whole thing. The Matron of Ravens. Because of Vax's connection to her, she could literally just get to the point where it's like, no, there's some shit that's happening that I need you guys to take care of, right? You know,
Oh, yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah, she's the main plot force moving character behind the scenes here.
Right.
Every opening shows the threads, basically, to drive the point home that there's a debt that's getting paid here at some point.
Right.
And while the average viewer isn't necessarily thinking about this as, oh, Vax is going to die at the end, it's the, no, there's still going to be something where the gods and the beings of higher power here will come to play, will
Right.
come to have their wills, enacted here.
Yeah.
And that's I think well and properly established and
Yes.
foreshadowed. But yeah, Dracolich, fun, good twist
get this fight.
on the boss fight, and then having it be the final boss fight with dead and triple downed dead as dead Ripley.
Yeah.
Not killed also by the weapon, meaning that there's no Ripley coming back. There's no
Yep.
anything here. The way that they handled Ripley this season with the changes and everything,
Yeah, that was very fun.
I think that's probably my favorite change this season, is just Ripley felt way more fleshed out, way more just terrifying. But I'm not sure.
I think my favorite change might be how they handled Percy's death.
Oh.
Of having it just last longer. Like, that was real nice.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a more like minute thing in the campaign, so it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even think about it as much of a as a change. But yeah, no, that's a good point. That one actually is a real contender. Actually, that's a good point. We should do like a thing at the end of this season to be like
best changes?
Let's just go through the changes that are big and be like, which ones are our favorites? 'Cause
Yeah.
there actually are quite a few that were pretty decently good. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about Critical Role and other shows in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time.